All right. And let's see. I don't remember what.
We got to go live. It's 8 o'clock.
Muting.
Watch is for comedic purposes only. We strive to entertain and make you laugh. We strive to keep things family friendly and keep it at a PG-13 rating. The show itself covers news topics that you probably don't see every day, pop culture, TV shows, movies, video games, and a redneck. If we make you laugh just once, then we're doing our jobs. If you get offended in any way whatsoever, go cry to your mom because these two military veterans don't want to hear about it. So sit back, relax, join in on the shenanigans, and enjoy the show. Broadcasting straight to you from the good old interwebs on Accidental Punch TV, it's The Sully Show. Starring JT Hollis and the not-so-mastermind of the entire program, Sully. Join us in our viewer chat. And now, here's Sully. Hello, everybody. Good to see you all. Look, my camera actually came up first this time. Want to say hi to everybody, and of course, welcome to the show. It's Tuesday night, and well, let's face it, it wouldn't be a Tuesday night without my partner in crime. That's right. You know him as the one and only Toothless Wonder, singer extraordinaire, country music, by the way, and the biggest redneck I know, but also one of the best friends I know, too. It's crazy, I know, crazy. Here he is, everybody. It's JT Hollis. Hello, JT. How are you, sir?
Oh, hi. You were saying a great, amazing singer, and I didn't think you were talking about me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Come on into the chat room. Have some fun with us. We're all over the place on TikTok Live, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, Facebook. We're everywhere. Have some fun with us. Interact with us. Say hi. Don't hesitate to be that person to break the awkward silence. It's true. It's true. You know, for example, Harsh Box Flyer, Shenanigans, great name, by the way, Torres, Schmidt, and Julie. Hello, everybody. Come on in, have some fun, and talk to us. It's wonderful. JT, who do we have in the chat room today?
Oh, we got a nice little crew in the chat room tonight, my friend. They're still coming in as we speak. First in the chat room tonight, the wonderful third member of the Sully Show crew here, and also the longest subscribing member to the Sully Show here on Twitch TV.
Yes, and she just subscribed again.
Just subscribed again?
Yes.
Did she?
She did. 70 months.
Oh, yeah, 70 months. That means mine's coming up here real soon. 70 months. Subscribe to the channel, which is awesome. The one and only Lady Death, a.k.a. Nikaya. She is with us tonight. The master of useless information. And as I always say, he has saved your and my ass more times than we can count.
Is it true?
Yes, that's true.
No, I don't think so.
But anyway, Big Tank is in the chat room.
He's in his house.
The much better half of the messy one who isn't here yet.
The nerve.
Vera Lynn is in the chat room with us as well. And the master of portable poop himself, the one and only Bunky, is in the chat room as well.
The poopster. We'll call him the poopster.
The Punkster.
Yeah. Yeah. Lady Death says she's aiming for the booby prize. We're doing booby prizes. That's new.
Bump.
Ba-dum-bump.
No, bump after booby prize, Nikaya.
Like that one? Want to
I'm
say hi
sure
to Meg, who just chimed in via TikTok as well. Hello, darling. How are you? Hope you're doing well. And Sylvia as well. Hello. Nice to see you all. Thanks for joining us and having a ball because, well, let's face it, we want to make sure you're having fun tonight. It's a nice 2 hours to forget about life for a while. It really does. And let me tell you, holy crap, do we have a great show planned for you. And I'm not going to lie, between Lady Death and JT, we've been doing really good with keeping up with the prep sheet.
This is the first time in 3 weeks that we actually had empty slots in the discussion category on our prep sheet.
Yes. But we added stuff. So
yeah, we did.
But before we get started, though, remember yesterday when you asked me how your camera looked? Yes. And yesterday wasn't too bad because, yesterday was yesterday. Today, I have to...
It looks like shit.
I have to redo all your camera angles. The camera looks fine. It's on my end. I never adjusted the show template.
I'll just like lean over here then.
No, you're off center now. I just fixed it. I just fixed it, damn it.
All you gotta do is say something like, hey, JT, lean left.
Go that way.
Your other left.
Go that way. Just saying. Mr. Bunky says, I know one thing, yard work at 8 at night sucks after a 12-hour day. So, yes, very true. The other
But at least you still have daylight.
Yes, we still have daylight. But at the same time, at least you're able to do yard work because over the last, 4 weekends, it's done nothing but rain on Saturdays.
Aw.
Yeah.
Poor Sully.
All I want to do is finish my back patio. That's it. I got one little thing to do. I got to plant fake bushes. Yes, fake bushes. Because we don't want real bushes. Because real bushes attract bugs. We don't want that. And rock. That's all we want to do. We even got a new roof. They shingled our roof. They shingled our roof today. Brand new stuff.
So you got a new roof covering.
No, they ripped everything off.
Okay, so they took the took the old plywood off, put new plywood on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Big Tank says, dude, it rained this past weekend. Here in Connecticut, it did. Meg says she was out sunbathing today. She got a tan today.
There you go.
This white Irish boy doesn't tan, so...
I mean, you could have sunbathed here today. I mean, it hit 70 degrees, so the temperature would have been nice, and it was nice, bright and sunny.
It was at most 80 here in Connecticut, 80 on Long Island, so, they're not far
Big Tank said that there it was 80 and sunny.
Yeah. So, yeah, and he's on Long Island, so great weather. Great weather. But guess what's going to happen this Saturday?
It's going to go to shit.
Yep. It's going to rain all day Saturday.
Now, see, now I got to look at mine. I think we're supposed to get rain like Tuesday or Wednesday and Thursday, or maybe Thursday and Friday.
Maybe.
And then it's supposed to clear up for Saturday. It rains Saturday morning early, but then clear up after that for the next couple of days. Let me look here.
Want to say hi to Hugo, who just came in on TikTok. Hello, Hugo. How are you, sir? Good to see you. We're talking about the weather and how it's been sucking and very bad on Saturdays.
60% rain on Friday, 60% chance of thunderstorms on Friday.
Nice.
And then Saturday is a whopping 5% chance of rain.
Ah, see, because you're getting all of that, and then it's going to come and hit me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like
But it shouldn't take a week for it to get from here to there.
No, it's going to be a day. Tops.
Ah, yes, the Saturday rain hit you on Sunday. Yeah, that makes sense.
I just want to finish the back. That's all. Because then we can move on to the windows.
Are you actually digging it out and putting fake plants in, or are you putting them in like flower pots?
Oh, I am digging and putting them in.
Really?
Yes.
You're going that far with it.
There's a reason. There's a reason. Because we're gonna put rock down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first we're gonna put the what is it, that yard guard black canvas. We're gonna put that down first. Okay.
The liner.
Yep, the liner. You're gonna put that down, and it's not a plastic liner. No. This is the good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
This is the mesh stuff. That stuff is amazing. That way,
weed guard.
Yeah, that way no grass grows in it, because we don't want grass growing in it anyway. And I want to keep the frickin' chipmunks out. Because
real quick, want to say hi to the messy one who finally showed up. Good to see you, sir.
Megan says tomorrow's going to be sunny and it's a tanning day again.
And where is Megan located? State-wise, I don't need to know,
No,
cities
she's
or
here in
anything
Connecticut. She's about 45 minutes
she's in Connecticut?
from me. But
Gotcha.
but yeah. So she's going to be enjoying the day, and I'll be here in the basement going, is it still sunny?
Well, and Sully, here's the thing. I mean, being ex-military,
Yeah. Doesn't really
unless it's lightning out,
you could technically still do it.
or like hurricane level winds and that kind of thing. I mean, if you're infantry, you still train. So, and everybody in the military is infantry.
Yeah.
As a secondary.
Oh yeah, it's there.
So, so what's wrong with going out and doing a little digging in the rain?
Because it's muddy. I don't want to track the mud in the house.
It is hard to, I can attest to the fact, folks, that it is damn near impossible to do any useful digging in the rain, especially if it's a heavy rain.
It's a pain in the ass.
Believe it or not, one time, because of my smart ass mouth, and yes, believe it or not, folks, I do have a bit of a smart ass mouth.
No.
I was forced to dig a foxhole.
That sucks.
In a downpour.
Sucker.
I was successful, but not before the rain stopped coming down.
I'm in the army now. I won't get rich by digging a ditch. I'm in the army now.
That can sure as hell get it done if it's raining.
That was yeah. It's a possibility.
That was what's the opposite of fun?
Sucks horribly. Want to say hi to Fresh Junk, and then he left. Fine, but I'll say hi to Jim Spaz anyway. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the Insane Asylum. Before we get more sidetracked, as I said, we do have a full show planned for you today. And why not? Because it's Tuesday. We want to make sure you guys are laughing and feeling good and, forgetting about life for a while, because that's what we do. And if we
going, what the hell is wrong with these guys?
If we make you laugh at least once, then we're doing our job, and we appreciate you coming in and having a good time with us, because that's how we roll. Okay? It's important. It's important to make sure that we do that. Now, before we get more into the nitty-gritty of things, one thing that I would love to do is something we've done a few weeks ago, where I did it and JT did it as well. Only this time, we're doing something a little different.
Kind of worries me.
Well, it really shouldn't worry you too much. Keyword being too much. Now,
right.
One of the things that we do like to do is test things out. And what I mean by that is we've tasted gross soda. We've tasted bugs. We've tasted a lot of different things. And of those things, recently, we've been testing Peeps. Which is a good thing.
Yes, we did. What was it? Tropical Punch was the last ones we did.
Yeah, the fruit punch, I think it was.
Yeah,
right?
fruit punch. Sorry.
Fruit punch. We were taste testing.
My mind was on high C tropical punch.
You know what? It tasted like it.
It did.
It tasted like it. I thought it was delish.
It was good.
Just putting it out there. I thought it was yummy in the tummy. Yes, I actually said that. So get over it. It's my show. I can do what I want.
Yummy in his tummy.
I can do what I want. So
within reason.
True, I do like to keep it as a PG-13 show. This week, I am actually going to taste test Peeps. JT, on the other hand, yep, that's right, you, sir, have a soda that you're going to test. Orange cream Coca-Cola. And I will be tasting Dr. Pepper Peeps. Now, before we get into that, before Easter, and it's because I haven't been able to actually do this, because I've been trying to get the same ones for JT, and it's impossible. I do have cotton candy Peeps. Yep, that's there. That's a thing. Sour watermelon Peeps. Yep.
Ooh. That one sounds good.
Cookies and cream Peeps.
That would be one for K.
Now, these are not the only flavors that are out there.
Who knew?
Apparently, there's a birthday cake flavor. I'll have to get one of those. There's also chocolate pudding.
Ugh.
There's also churro. And I went, I need to get this.
Sully.
Yes.
You know what popped in my head when, for some reason, it didn't do it earlier, but it just did just now. What popped in my head when you talked about the chocolate pudding Peeps?
What?
Two Girls in a Cup Peeps version.
Oh, yay. That'll make you go, huh? What? No.
Nakaya says she just saw a dill pickle one, but I am not sure if that was an AI generated picture or not.
God, I hope not.
It would not surprise me if it was real. And the reason I say this is because freaking Popeye's Chicken, who, by the way, does not sponsor the Sully Show, but it would be cool if they did.
Listen, it would be great if Peeps did it. I'm just saying.
You like that one? Yeah. Peeps would be awesome, too.
Yeah.
But Popeye's Chicken has an entire line of pickle stuff. Pickle French fries. Pickle chicken.
So
pickle freaking lemonade.
So I'm going to say if Peeps comes out with a pickled flavor Peeps, no. I draw the line on that. And the reason I draw the line on it is I don't like pickles.
Well, neither do I. But here's the thing, Sully. If somebody sends it to us as a challenge,
then I will. Absolutely.
Then we will. But like for me, okay, things that are hot, things that are spicy, stuff like I can't eat stuff like that.
Right.
Because it will literally make me sick. So if it's something, if they send us something that won't literally make us sick,
you will have
like you with like maybe strawberry Peeps or something like that, you know. If it's not something that will literally physically make us sick.
If it's artificial flavor, then yes, I can have it.
Yeah. You know, we're kind of, I don't want to say obligated to do it.
But we are.
But we kind of are.
Yeah. But we are. Just putting it out there, folks.
By the way, I do want to say hi to the Viking Brewers joined us in the chat room. He came in and all he said was giggity.
All right. So before we get down to things, because let me tell you, there's a lot that we need to do. Let's knock out this one first before we get into the taste testing. We're going to knock it out of the park with some useless information from the Book of Useless Information, written by Noel Botham and the Useless Information Society. You can get it wherever books are sold. I do not make a penny off of this, but it'd be really cool if we did. Just putting it out there. You know, you got to do what you got to do. You know, just saying. We've been doing the TV guide. We've been going over the TV guide. Last week we had Star Trek. And this week, wow. This week we're going to do 3. We're only going to do 3 this week. Pokemon. Now, I did know this, by the way. Pokemon stands for Pocket Monster. I knew this way back in the day. Pokemon stands for Pocket Monster. Want to thank Meg for all the likes that she's been giving the show on TikTok, as well as the finger heart gift goal. Thank you, dear. I appreciate it. And we also got.
How many fingers did it take to make that one?
Which one?
I said, how many fingers did it take to make that one?
I don't know. But we do have a flash goal right now that's in effect for the next 15 minutes where if people gift 3 chili peppers, then we've reached a flash goal. So, yay. So, like the live, share the live, tell your friends, join us. It's useless information time. So, yes, Pokemon stands for Pocket Monster. Rocky Raccoon. Rocky Raccoon. Man, I haven't heard Rocky Raccoon in a very long time. It's crazy.
Yeah, I would have to agree on that one.
Well, Rocky Raccoon lives in the Black Hills of South Dakota. Yeah, Black Hills of South Dakota. That's where Rocky Raccoon lives.
Would kind of make sense.
Yeah. He is a woodland
Wants to hide
creature.
a little bit, you know, so yeah.
He is a woodland creature. The most common set of initials. for Superman's friends and enemies is LL. Yep. LL. Lana Lang, Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, Lionel Luthor. Let's just keep it on going with the LLs.
No, I got you.
And yeah, we'll do one more. Actually, you know what? We'll just finish this. It's very quick. The Simpsons.
Uh-oh.
The Simpsons
I think he
live.
woke up there.
They live at 742 Evergreen Terrace, Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
The Munsters live at 1313 Mockingbird Lane in Mockingbird
Okay.
Heights. And the Flintstones live at 39 Stone Canyon Way, Bedrock. Yep. Mark it down,
Okay.
folks. Mark it down. Scooby-Doo's real first name is Scoobert.
Ubert.
Scoobert.
I can see why he shortened it.
Now, this I did know. Shaggy's real name is Norville.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the greatest radio personalities ever, Casey
Back
Kasem.
out in the morning.
No, Casey Kasem.
Ah, okay.
He was the voice of Shaggy. Yep. Casey Kasem was the voice of Shaggy. I did know that. And last but not least, we do have some more Simpsons for you. The Simpsons is the longest running animated series on TV.
In television history.
Lady Death says that's who did Shaggy. Yep, Casey Kasem was the original voice of Shaggy. He also, I believe, did the voice of Robin as well. And then Burt Ward also did Robin too.
Viking Brewer says, just learned the writer of this book also wrote The Murder of Princess Diana.
Crazy, right?
Cool, man.
Last but not least, Matt Groening, creator of The Simpsons, incorporated his initials into the drawing of Homer.
His ear and his hair.
Yep. M is his hair, and G is his ear. That, my friends, is today's useless information from the Book of Useless Information, written by Noel Botham and the Useless Information Society. You can get it wherever books are sold. I do not make a penny off of it, but I do highly recommend purchasing this book. It is awesome. Awesome.
I will say there has been some really, really neat information that we've gotten through in that book.
Right?
I mean, some really, really cool stuff.
It's been fun.
I've got something even really, really, really cooler than that.
Oh, and what would that be?
That would be the Sully Show Dad Jokes of the Week.
Oh, it's so magical this time of year, isn't it, folks? When JT
Get ready to get
opens
drunk
up his
early,
book.
Brewer. Oh, I tell you, that's right, my friends. It is time for the Sully Show Dad Jokes of the Week, where we rip through 5 dad jokes from me and 2 from Miss Nikaya.
Meg says, hope he can make me laugh this time.
You know, Meg, honestly, that is my goal.
I can make her laugh at the drop of a dime, so yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, you're not doing dad jokes either.
You're right, I'm not. I'm just sitting here playing with the sound effects.
It is my goal to make people laugh when I do these.
It's true.
The problem is, I usually fail on about 95% of my goals.
Viking Brewer, damn, look at that. Somehow I'm on fire. Be right back.
Yeah. I told you to keep that cigarette lighter away from that 100 proof whiskey,
Right.
you dummy.
Right? Want to say hi to Katie, who just joined in on TikTok. Hello. Good to see you. Come on in, have some fun, talk to us. This is JT's favorite part of the show, by the way.
Yes, it is. I love doing this because to me, they are, I mean, some of them are just so freaking stupid. They're hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. Sully, did you know that R2D2 loves to curse?
I did actually.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. They have to bleep out all his words.
Every single one of them.
Mm-hmm. Is BB hungry?
Is what?
Is BB hungry?
No, BB already ate.
Well, actually, it's just no BB ate.
Well, true.
But yeah. Here's one for the modern day. Does R2D2 have any brothers?
No.
Nope. Only trans sisters.
That was bad. That was just, you know what?
Hey, I actually heard that one.
Meg's yawning, by the way.
I just wait. The ones from Nikaya are really good. Last one from me. Sully, why was the droid angry?
Not 100% sure. I don't know why the droid was angry.
Because people kept pushing its buttons. Yeah. I think this is the last week we're going to do the Star Wars dad jokes.
Jesus Christ!
Not the last week we're going to do dad jokes. Last week we're going to do Star Wars dad jokes.
Some of these are really bad.
Some of them do. That's why I'm ditching them. All right, the two from Nikaya. Here we go. First one. Avoid dangerous cults. Practice safe sex.
That's a good one. I like that one. That's a good one. Want to say hi to Amy, chiming in on Facebook. Perfect timing with the dad jokes, that's for sure. I will, you know what? There you go, man. Even Megan's laughing.
Good.
Yeah,
That's the second time that I have failed miserably.
Yep.
But one of Nikaya's has made both you and Meg laugh.
Hey, listen, you got to get the laughter in when you can, and I like it.
I guess I'm just going to have to ditch all mine and have Nikaya send me 5 a week from now on. Nah. I have too much fun with them.
Right.
All right. The last one for the day. This one is so good.
Yeah.
That it had to be written on the inside of a pizza box.
Explain.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What does a pizza delivery guy and a gynecologist have in common?
I don't know, but my answer just took a really dark turn.
Yeah, it might be right along those lines, too. They can both smell the goods, but they can't eat it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's not my fault.
I want to say hi to Amy, who just joined us via Facebook in the chat room.
Oh, that was a great one.
Amy, that was either really bad timing or really good timing.
I'm going to say it was great timing no matter what.
Viking versus gosh damn hippies. What the?
I applaud you, sir. That's a double
so there you go,
applause.
folks. There you go, folks. That was the Sully Show Dad Jokes of the Week.
Yeah. Lady Death, I applaud you.
I just told her, I says, you, my friend, are are on a roll.
Yes, absolutely. And listen, a lot of the dad jokes that are out there, some are really bad. That's why they're
Most of them are really bad.
That's why they're dad jokes. But sometimes those dad jokes get to the point where you're teetering on that PG-13 line. And
Like-
those really make me chuckle.
Yeah, like the one we just did. Brewer says, I need Jesus after hearing that one.
Jesus Christ!
And Amy just sent several smiley faces that weren't really smiling.
She's rolling her eyes. She's cringing and laughing
Crying.
at the same time.
Yes.
And Megan says, yes, those were definitely good. Definitely good.
I never said I had good dad jokes.
It's true.
I just said that they were dad jokes.
Also true.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a search. Right now, I'm going to do a search.
Oh, boy. He's going to do a search, folks.
World's best dad jokes.
Oh, here we go. Here we go, folks. We're going down that line.
No, these will start next week.
Okay.
These will start next week, and I'm actually going to take the ones that come from Men's Health.
Mm.
Oh, wait. How about we do the ones from housebeautiful.com?
Housebeautiful.com? That's a loaded one right there.
That says 145 dad jokes that are actually funny.
Okay. All right. There you go. There you go. And while you're doing that, Meg says, oh my God, by the way. It's usually what some people say. But anyway, we'll just keep it moving along. Before we get down to some of the serious stuff, let's take a breather real quick. And let's have JT have a drink. And I'm going to have some peeps. I think this is going to be a great idea. Peeps.
Sounds like a plan to me. Now, I will tell you right off the bat, folks, I am not a dark soda drinker.
He's not. He drinks Mountain Dew.
Except maybe Dr. Pepper and root beer. Those two I make exceptions for.
Okay.
But Coke or Pepsi,
All right.
All
right.
not my thing. I'm a Mountain Dew kind of guy.
Yep. And it's all good. So make sure you get that soda right by the microphone so you can hear that when you open it.
Well, I always do. I always do. But here's a neat little thing, because we were in the store and we were getting ready to check out, and all of a sudden goes, "Hey, hon," and she points.
Oh.
So this was not discovered by me.
Oh, it was discovered by the better half.
By the much better half.
Yes,
It is orange cream Coca-Cola.
Orange cream Coca-Cola. Oh, that was for all of you having a drink right there. Look at that. That was wonderful. He can't get the lid off.
I tell you, it was fighting me. I'm telling you.
I know. I saw.
Cheers.
Cheers. You have that wonderful taste of Coca-Cola goodness that does not sponsor this show. Oh, he's got that weird look on his face like, I don't know how to react to this. Want to say hi to Katie C, who just chimed in via TikTok. Hello, Katie. How are you? Good to see you. We got Meg to laugh. And now hopefully we can get you to laugh too. JT, who you can't see, is currently trying orange cream Coca-Cola. Or in some cases,
I'll say this.
pop.
I'm not getting the dark soda taste. I'm not getting the Coca-Cola taste.
Okay. What are you getting?
Which would automatically turn me off.
Okay.
I'm getting hints of... Have you ever had any of the old-fashioned style orange cream sodas?
Yeah, I don't like it.
But it has a very, very unique orange taste to it.
Yeah.
And I actually did like the old fashioned orange cream sodas. It starts out tasting like that. But then very quickly goes down the crap.
Is it the aftertaste?
Very quickly. I mean, the aftertaste is just.
Bro, no.
I'm trying to think of a word to describe it.
Garbage? Shit. Poop. Hell on earth. Death becomes.
You know what? I would go with a flat soda taste.
Okay. All right.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So it starts out nice. It's got a really nice orange cream soda, almost like the old orange popsicles, like the old orange push-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Abysmal. That's a good one, Nakia.
Oh, there you go. Abysmal.
It starts out like that, so it starts out really good, but it goes downhill really fast after that.
I can see that.
And the aftertaste lingers.
Ew. That's
so.
gross.
Coke, good try,
but failed miserably.
I would give it out of 5 stars, 1.5 stars.
What did Amy just send? Holy crap!
Well, while you're opening the Peeps package, I will read what she said.
She just sent a shit ton of jokes. Oh man, we can't do all those dad jokes.
A shit ton of dad jokes.
Yeah.
Brewer says, does it taste like the disappointment my parents have in me?
Oh God.
Actually, Brewer, I'm sure that taste is probably worse.
With a little bit of salty goodness there. You never know.
Oh my God.
You know, we're brutal to each other.
Yes, we are.
The punchers are brutal to us. We're brutal to them.
Oh, we love them.
We love them to death, for sure.
Nakia sent me a message. She says, that Coke looks nasty.
Yeah, it does. It does. Like, I wouldn't taste it.
Well, that's like saying that neither one of us would ever drink ranch flavored soda.
Which we did.
It
was gross.
Or we would never drink dirt.
That
soda.
tasted like dirt.
It did, too. Not topsoil, dirt.
It was horrible. Lady
Nakia says, what you did for me. Yes, we did.
Yes. Want to say hi to Mermaid?
You are our chief torturer in... Yeah.
And Dennis comes in a close second, by the way.
Yes.
So now it's my turn. Obviously,
Yes,
orange cream soda is a no-go. So now it's time for Dr. Pepper Peeps. Dr. Pepper Peeps. Now, this sparked from me finding Rice Krispie flavored Peeps. And I will have to say thank you again to Vera Lynn. She got me not one, but 2 packages of Rice Krispie flavored Peeps.
Nice.
And I did tell her that I had more at the house that I need to do a taste test for. And since JT was doing the orange cream soda today, we opted for the Dr. Pepper. Now, I can tell you that as soon as I opened the package, I got that whiff of Dr. Pepper.
Nice.
You know, when you first open the can or the bottle, and you get that whoosh, and you're like, you know, that actually smells really good.
Exactly.
And don't get me wrong, if Dr. Pepper is around and there's no Coke or anything like that, I will get a Dr. Pepper. I do like Dr. Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
So the question then becomes, are these wonderful looking Peeps going to taste like Dr. Pepper? That is the $1 million question.
Well, I can tell you this. Chocolate or Dr. Pepper Peeps was not what popped in my head when you put them up in front of the camera.
Whoopsie. Want to say hi to Kate, who just joined in via TikTok. We're doing a taste test right now. JT tasted the orange cream Coca-Cola. He had a nice liter of cola there. Not really, right? Half a liter? Super Trooper fans? Anyone?
What is it? It's like a 12 ounce?
12 ounce?
20 ounce.
20 ounce bottle of cola.
And only 2 ounces got drank.
Yeah. And I am now tasting the Dr. Pepper Peep. So here we go. We're going to taste that nice little, we're just going to bite the whole frickin' thing. Why not? Holy shit.
Interesting reaction.
It tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Really?
Yes.
It doesn't have the downhill aftertaste that goes with them usually?
No.
Really?
Holy crap.
Nice.
Bunky. It sounds crunchy. That's because I'm eating it in the microphone. Yeah. That's actually really good. I was afraid of that. I was afraid that they weren't going to get that actual taste of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tricky taste to duplicate. Took me a minute to think of that word, by the way.
It took you 5 seconds to say it right.
But it took me 4 seconds just to remember the word.
Also true. Yeah, holy crap. This is really good.
So those would rate higher on the scale than the fruit punch ones did.
And those were great. These are really good. I'm not going to lie.
Scale of 1 to 5.
Scale of 1 to 5, I'm going to give it a 4.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I'm going to give it, well, the fruit
No
punch.
aftertaste.
Fruit punch, I gave a 4 too.
Yeah. No aftertaste.
No aftertaste, but it tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Nice.
And I'm not bullshitting either.
That's cool. See, now I want some.
Yeah. No, this is actually really good.
So, Shokes. Wow. I went to say folks and said Shokes.
Try again.
Now I'm afraid to talk.
I mean, that's 2 peeps down. And again, there's no aftertaste.
Nice.
But it tastes like Dr. Pepper. So I'm thinking what they did was they probably took the Dr. Pepper and just doused. And I mean, doused the sugar that they put on these peeps and just let the sugar soak up the soda.
They may have just put it straight into the recipe.
That's possible.
You know, okay, the marshmallow's ready. Let's pour the Dr. Pepper in it.
No, because the marshmallow itself is white. If it was in the recipe, it probably would have changed the color. So
Good point.
You know, the peep itself is still the marshmallow. The flavor is all on the sugar that's over it. Although this one, the eyes look weird. It's off to the side. I'll show TikTok as well. The eyes are kind of off to the side there.
His head is cocked sideways, that's all.
It's cockeyed. Yeah, see what I did there, folks?
I just flashed the priest episode, the visiting priest episode on The Simpsons, where he says, "I was the shouty guy on the boat. They wouldn't let us say coxswain."
That's right.
Oh my God. That's how my mind works, folks.
Oh, that's
just
great.
ask Kay. We'll be talking about something and all of a sudden I'll bust into song because she said something that made me think it was song.
Lady Death says he's cross-eyed. Stop making fun of him. No, he's cockeyed.
Now he's gone.
He's cockeyed. The eye is on the side of his head.
He is no more.
And now he's dead.
Sully, I'm going to make it to where you can finish off that little package of peeps there. You know why? Because I'm going to dive right into this week's world record story.
All right. We can do that.
And I'm about to piss off a whole lot of people.
Or
Triple cheeseburger.
Stop it. Or you're going to make somebody really, really happy.
Well, we have a 2.5 minute video here, and I don't think there's any sound to it.
There is, but I'll kill the sound while you do your thing.
Okay. So I told Sully, and I didn't open the world record story until tonight, just before the show, and I opened it up and I said, Sully, this world record story is going to get me in trouble. He's like, well, why is that? And I says, well, the first thing I thought of was that old saying of, man, women have big mouths.
Yep, that's going to get you dead.
But in this case, it's true.
All right.
This, my friends, is the 146th live show in a row with at least one world record story in it. And this week, we get to meet Samantha Ramsdell.
Oh, and her name's Samantha. Even better.
Yes. Samantha Ramsdell. She's 31 years old from Connecticut.
What?
Or Connecticut, as I like to say it.
Wait a minute. Hold it. Hold the phone. You're shitting me.
Nope.
No.
31-year-old Connecticut resident. And she is every dentist's dream. Why? Because she is the female record holder for mouth gape.
All right.
In other words, she holds the record for how wide she can open her mouth.
We need her on the show.
Yeah.
Dude, listen, what's her name? Samantha what?
Samantha Ramsdell.
Samantha Ramsdell. Spell that.
Ramsdell.
Ramsdell.
Yep.
And she's a YouTuber.
Yes, she is. She's a TikToker. Now,
Huh.
for reference, just for reference, and let's look this up. The record holder for men in the same category is a mouth gape of 10.196 centimeters or 4.014 inches.
That's crazy.
All right. Now, Miss Samantha Ramsdell can open her mouth to a larger than life stretch at a massive 6.52 centimeters. For those wondering, that is equal to 2.566 inches. So 2.5 inches wide.
Interesting to say the least.
According to Sam, or Samantha, as they say Sam here, the children of TikTok were convinced that she had a world record mouth after seeing her stretch it out in one of her videos and encouraged her to go after the record. Although many online users were certain that she had the record, there was only one way to verify it officially. So recently, we met Sam in her local dentist's office in South Norwalk.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no way.
South Norwalk, Connecticut, USA. Along with an official adjudicator present to measure her gape for the Guinness World Record title. Dr. Elk Ching, or Chung, not sure which way that one goes, used digital calipers to calculate the length and width of Sam's mouth to determine its maximum stretch. After taking all measurements, adjudicator Spencer Camerano averaged the data to confirm the final record-breaking total.
Huh.
From a very young age, Sam has always knew she had a big mouth.
I'm going to play the video while you do this.
Yes, please do.
Sextuple cheeseburger.
Her giant smile is clearly visible in all of her childhood photographs. Since no one in her family had a mouth quite as large as hers, eventually it became a characteristic unique
And I hold the world record for
to who she was.
So,
growing up, she was often bullied and made fun of by other kids, being called Big Bass Mouth, among other names. But after time, her mouth became a quality about herself that she learned to love and accept, and now she hopes she can inspire others to embrace the parts of themselves that make true individuals. Quote,
"Oh my God, the new Guinness."
"If I had advice for anyone who had a large body part, giggity,
right.
or something really unique, and they wanted to go for the Guinness World Records title, I would say do it. Do it proud and make it your biggest asset.
Yeah, why not?
It's your superpower. It is things that make you special and different from anyone or from everyone else walking around," unquote. So are you showing the video?
So the video is of somebody else. The former.
And the link that I sent you?
Yeah.
On the link from no, that was her.
No, according to this, it is Marie Pearl Zelmer Robinson saw a former record holder for this title on the internet and thought she could potentially beat it.
Yeah, that is not her, is it?
That is not her. And that's dated
Okay,
April 9th.
Actually, jump forward to like a minute 23.
Minute 23?
Yeah.
Minute 23. There we go. All right.
Because that's her in a minute 23. That's her.
beat that. So I first got a dollar bill because a dollar bill is 2.5 inches tall, which was the current record, and it totally fit in my mouth. And I was like, oh, so I got some cheap calipers and found out that, yeah, I could totally beat the record.
She beat her.
I don't look like I have anything unusual with my face at all. In fact, I kind of seem to have a
Isn't
short
that crazy?
jaw. But when I start opening it, things change pretty fast.
That's crazy. That's nuts. 2.5 inches. I mean, I wish I would have thought to bring my tape measure in with me
That's crazy.
to show you
Baseball?
what, that's huge.
Having a record for something is like making a
But there you go,
fact
folks.
for the
That
whole
is
world
this
to
week's
learn
the
from.
146th live show in a row with the world record story for you.
That is crazy.
I think it's time for a break.
Almost, yeah.
But-
Holy crap. She put a
when
freaking
we-
can in her mouth.
Yep.
Holy crap.
Yep.
Justin.
Isn't that,
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Good to see you,
isn't that
man.
crazy? But when we come back from the break,
Yep.
we get something else that hits a little close to home for Mr. Sully here.
For me?
Something that's
yeah.
going on currently in the area.
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
just say.
It's something.
And we will also, of course, have the I Can't Believe I Read That, as well as the Dumbass of the Week. So make sure you stay around, folks, because we here at the Sully Show will be right back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, this is Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger, and you are listening to The Sully Show on morelikeradio.com. Get it going. It's morphin' time.
When I served, my work was critical, and I don't feel like that's the case anymore.
I lost all of my friends when I got out. Had to start my whole life over.
I didn't know what to do each day. Then my marriage hit a real rough patch.
It got so bad that I was even thinking about suicide. I called the Veterans Crisis Line. I tell my buddies to call in case they ever need it.
When I retired, things slowed way down and lots of bad memories came back. I still go through tough times, but I'm glad I called.
You are not alone.
You are not alone.
You are not alone.
The person on the other end of the line isn't going to judge. Lots of responders are veterans too.
We all need to take care of ourselves. If you're going through a rough time, call the Veterans Crisis Line.
Cagliostro. Holy crap.
We're here. We're queer. Get used to it.
It really is. Like, if you're on Twitch, all you have to do is click on the clip button. Wow, holy crap.
Sammy says, I wish they'd do a Midnight Suns series with Morbius.
He is a spy. Clinton Barkin. Wow, holy shit. Clint Barton Hawkeye is a spy.
According to St. Petersburg police.
Gay said going all out. Wow. Gay
Wait. Did you just say a gay man is going all out?
According to reports, the man was a military enthusiast who had military collectibles. Wow, clip that.
VGD specializes in making your memories come to life. Memorabilia from your time in the military, law enforcement, the medical field, or maybe about your own home business. We can get you squared away. Check us out. Reach out to us at vgdshop.com or on Facebook at facebook.com/veterangardendeco and hang some VGD on your wall today.
Have you ever been browsing the interwebs and you found that one video or article where you're saying to yourself, you know, that person's a complete and total dumbass? Well, if you have, we want it. Send it on in to us to accidentalpunch@gmail.com. Or if you're a part of our wonderful, wonderful Discord channel, you can post it in there in our Dumbass of the Week Discord channel. Real simple, real easy. Post the link, we'll know who you are. And if you email us, tell us who you are. And we'll use it for the show and give credit where credit is due. The Dumbass of the Week every Tuesday between 8 and 10 p.m. Eastern Time right here on Accidental Punch TV and The Sully Show. Join the awesomeness. You know you wanna.
And a possible accomplice. Jeez.
Wow. Kay said he was originally intended to bounce a full 13 miles down the filed coast.
Yes, in Georgia, a Georgia man was The
original Matrix is now a Cinematic classic. It is very much a Cinematic. Wow. Holy shit.
Notes that Black Freemasonry founder Prince Hall, Old North.
Over the last couple of weeks, there's been wow, holy shit. Drought. You are watching and listening to The Sully Show right here on Accidental Punch TV. Wow. We're back. Hello. We're back. We're live. Come join us. Twitch.tv/accidental punch. That's where we're at, as well as YouTube, Facebook, Kick, DLive, TikTok. We're everywhere. We're everywhere. Not gonna lie, I ate the rest of the first set of peeps. Because I can. And yes, Thunder. Want to say hi
Must
to
be
Crystal?
playing AC/DC.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's AC/DC. I mean, but I kind of have to turn it off because after a while they get mad at me for doing that. Just
they get mad at you the minute you do it.
Yeah. Meg says that I finished all the peeps without choking. Yes. and I do have more. It smells like Dr. Pepper. It's great. But before we get into some more stuff that's going on in this wonderful, wonderful world, that, again, we the whole show is planned out, folks. And by the way, some shit's going down here in Connecticut. And you're probably saying to yourself, what? No. Yeah. If you don't know by now, I'm not sure if it's reached national news yet.
It has not.
But it's starting to. It is starting to. And what I mean by that is apparently New England is on the verge of potentially having a serial killer on the loose.
What does that have to do with Connecticut?
Oh, I'm sorry, JT. I forgot to tell you. There have been multiple bodies found. Not just here in Connecticut, but Rhode Island and Massachusetts as well.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So an interstate serial killer.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Interesting.
Now, the news outlets are saying one thing. Police are saying another. Investigators are saying another. Now, the one thing that you have to understand is that social media uproar. Because all the people that are out there in social media land think they're fully trained investigators and they know what's happening. Oh, yes.
They're on the internet. If you're on the internet, you can't lie.
Yeah, you can't. No.
You can't tell falsity.
If it is online, it is true, damn it. It is true. Now, what we do know, and again, this is a big thing, and I have a feeling it's going to get bigger. There have been 6 bodies found already. 6. All dismembered. 6 bodies in the span of 1 month. A woman in Norwalk, March 6th. Paige Fannin, 35 years old. The police scuba team found her. But they were all dismembered. Weird. March 19th, an unnamed female between the ages of 40 and 60 years old.
Ooh.
Groton is 80 miles from Norwalk. Also on March 6th, in Plymouth, Massachusetts, unnamed, no gender, no age. 180 miles from Groton, 178 miles from East Norwalk. Now, according to to Boston 25, the hunter initially thought the remains belonged to an animal. So we have an innocent person hunting, found the remains. And that's when he stepped on half of a human skull. It's dark, folks. Dark. Okay?
Well, and for it to be just a skeleton...
That was very decomposed.
Yeah, from reading from what it says here, it's pretty much just a skeleton. It's been out there for a long time, so it's got vegetation on top of it, and all kinds of stuff on top. So
plus, it's been raining.
Yep.
Yeah. On March 20th, another female, New Haven, Connecticut, 59 years old. I'm leaving names out for a reason. I don't want, the names. I mean, you can look it up online. The names are there. Her remains were in an advanced state of decay when they were found. That's bad. Now, according to police, they say she suffered from paranoid schizophrenia. All right. I'll bite. But then on March 26th in Foster, Rhode Island, another person was found 8 months after she disappeared. She was 56. Are we seeing a trend here? It's not just me, right? Like, I'm putting two and two together here.
Well, and I mean, you look at the distances, the one in New Haven, 156 miles from Plymouth and 50 miles from Groton. This one's 89 miles from New Haven.
Yep.
And just really weird. This last one, or not the last one, but the one that we're talking about now, the one from March 26th. The guy says, I know my dog has been acting strange when he comes out here. He's always sniffing over that way. I don't know how long the body has been over there, but he would pick up on it.
Animals are very intuitive.
Want
to say hi to Ashley, who just joined in via TikTok. Hello, darling. Good to see you. Welcome to the insane asylum. We give out hug coats that let you hug yourself. Yay. We're currently talking about a serious topic. And it is a very serious topic.
Yeah.
Because on April 9th, another body was found. Killingworth, Connecticut. Are we seeing a pattern? Can anybody else see this?
Suspicious circumstances.
Yep. Let's put everything aside for just a minute, okay? Just a few things aside for just a minute. I think between our viewers, listeners of the radio, people who watch the news every day, you and I, collectively, we have all seen enough TV shows that are mostly fictional.
Right.
Mostly fictional. Based off of real happenings, but fictional.
Right.
That maybe. And again, I'm not saying it is true. I'm not. I don't want to be misconstrued here. I don't want to have things taken out of context. But maybe, just maybe, Something's going on. Hear me out. 30 to 60 years of age. Now, granted, that's a big gap. It's a very big gap.
But it's not uncommon.
Not uncommon. But
not
a big
uncommon
gap.
at all.
If you take a look at, let's say, NCIS, Bones, CSI, FBI, many of X-Files. I'll even use the X-Files for an example. Okay? Even Big Tank's like, I'm a fan of true crime docs. Watch all the serial killer tropes. And no, flat out, there's one out there. Right?
The circumstances are, or the situation of the circumstances are just, they're too close together. There's too many similarities and everything else.
Coincidental.
But I mean, you've got, police departments and everything else trying to quash it.
Which, I don't know if they're trying to squash it. I think they're trying to understand what's going on, which is completely fine. Because, yes, you need to know what's going on. But Criminal Minds, hello?
Right.
3 states, 6 people. You know for a fact that by now the FBI is involved. 1 or 2 I'd probably say was a little bit of a coincidence, but 6? Something's going on.
Yeah. I mean, there's no definitive link between them, but my question would be, were these people reported as missing to start with?
Some of them were, yes. Actually, I think they all were.
I mean, there's just too many things that I cannot believe that there's not at least one detective who's looking into this to see if maybe they are coordinated or are related to each other.
All right. Let's see here.
Big Tank says 5-1. It's a cop or a government agent.
Okay. Let's see. According to, let's see. So there's not much information pertaining to Paige Fannin, who was the first victim.
Right. Well, you weren't going to mention names.
Well, her I already mentioned, but the other ones, because they were older.
Right.
I mean, there's more to it, but some were, they were pretty much already missing. And don't get me wrong, state police are like, don't rush to a judgment.
Right.
We're not.
We're not, but everybody else is.
We're not making no. This was, March 19th. So you have the 6th that had 2, the 19th, the 20th, the 26th, and then April 9th. Call me crazy. But my amateur detective skills says, something ain't right.
I got a 5-letter word for you. SPR. Yeah, 5-letter. SPREE.
Something just ain't right. And I will absolutely say it like that. Most people, no, you did not say it correctly. It isn't right. You're right. It isn't right. It ain't right. You know how people have that, like, 6th sense, that gut feeling?
Yep.
Red flag. 6 of them.
Pulling a Gibbs.
6 of
Something
them.
just ain't right.
It doesn't make any sense for them to say, let's not jump to any conclusions. We're here a month later. Really? Come on.
Yeah.
What aren't you telling us now? And don't get me wrong, I understand it. It's an active investigation. You need to figure out what's going on. Even Meg says, seriously, you think the FBI would have noticed a pattern? Dismemberment? Now, and don't get me wrong, for the first victim was found in the water. Okay? We'll call that a coincidence, maybe. But 2 in one day, dismembered.
Different, relatively close to each other.
Very, very close. Makes you go, huh.
Yeah. Big Tank says, if in a state of decay, I bet they will try to blame it on the guy from down here.
It's possible. You never know. Want to thank Misha for following me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And says, can you follow me? I can support you. Can we keep an eye on each other? Oh, trust me, you don't want to keep an eye on me. Just putting it out there.
Can't really argue with that.
I'm a loon. But anyway, I know.
I mean, there's definitely, like the old saying goes, there's definitely something fishy going on.
Something doesn't match up.
Now, I mean,
there's and don't get me wrong, I understand the professionals.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't come to any conclusions. You can't, jump to this or jump to that. We need all the facts. Yes, you do need all the facts. However, and I stress the however, you ever meet a girl and women, please just hear me out on this, because not all of you are like this. I'm more referring to the ones that are a little loopy.
Psychotic?
Sure, if you want to put it that way. Sure. and don't get me wrong, men are just as bad.
Freaking nuts.
I'm just taking it from a guy's point of view. Okay, so women, before you go, I'm gonna go chill. Hear me out first, because there's some crazy ones out there.
Right.
Have you ever met that person? And I'll say it that way. That person, whether it's male or female, or whatever the hell else you want to think.
Yeah.
And you get that vibe from that person that something's just not clicking.
Yep.
The plug is not in the outlet. I know for a fact that our punchers have, you and I have, the people who don't even know me on TikTok have, that something's just not right.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I've got.
Well, and it's funny that you described it that way.
That's probably the nicest way I can.
Well, yeah, and that's just everybody has a sixth sense, whether they realize it or not.
Mr. Mess, I met several people in my field that clearly don't have an elevator that goes to the top floor.
My question would be, do they even have a top floor?
It's the attic.
And the other question that goes along with that is, do they have a basement?
Remember when I said at the when people, I welcome people in, and it's the insane asylum. We give you coats that let you hug yourself and you rock back and forth. Yup.
Oh, the squeeze and rock.
The squeeze and rock.
So, Mr. Mess says, not lightly. But it's funny that you talk about the vibe that you get sometimes when you meet somebody.
It's just a feeling.
Because that kind of leads us into something else.
That's why I did it.
Which is, how about the 10 craziest Craigslist horror stories?
Oh, there's 10? Are you kidding?
10 of them. So each of us get one. Each of us get 5.
Okay.
So now these were all people that put up ads on Craigslist or responded to ads from Craigslist and had some kind of a horror story come out of it. This first one is titled Lenny Dykstra.
Wait, what?
Yes, this first one is titled Lenny Dykstra.
Lenny.
For those actually seeking a job on Craigslist, watch out. You never know what kind of person your employer could be, even if he's a baseball legend.
Yeah.
Over the course of 3 years, various reports surfaced saying that Lenny Dykstra was searching for house workers online only to expose himself to applicants once they met up.
No.
Sometimes this even happened at knife point if the victims didn't do as they were told. Given his catalog of other alleged charges, we hate that word, which include grand theft auto and bankruptcy fraud, it's not surprising that he's less than pleasant.
Well,
however,
just to add to this, this happened in 2011.
For this case in question, he was charged with lewd conduct and assault with a deadly weapon and ended up spending 270 days behind bars.
Oof. Oh, poor Lenny.
He brought it on himself.
He really did.
Literally.
Quite literally, he did. Oh,
what's this next one, Sully?
Well, this next one has to do with an Apple Watch.
Ah.
Yeah, you know the craze for the Apple Watch, right?
How can a watch do a crime?
I mean, you know, anything's possible these days. I do remember the craze when the Apple Watch first came out. Man, let me.
Oh yeah.
It was like, I gotta have it. I'm like, it's just a fucking watch.
Right.
I'll mark myself down because I said it. We're now at 25. I'm keeping track, folks. I'm keeping track.
Good man. He hasn't found the counter yet, but he is keeping track.
But, you know, obviously at the time, people were so desperate to get their hands on one of those wonderful, expensive watches that sucked ass. Well, Hustlers, which is a fake news site, claimed that, well, even children wanted them and posted that a 22-year-old father named Jason Arenas allegedly sold his 4-year-old son via Craigslist. Mostly so he could pre-order the Apple Watch. The authorities arrested Arenas and retrieved his son. However, the story was not true. None of it was true. But it spread so fast on the interwebs that people, which is why we say.
But it has to be true because if it's on the internet, it's true.
It's got to be true. All of it. All of it. I will say that the other story with the serial killer, we think it's a serial killer. Just saying, that is actually happening. You can look that up. But yeah.
I agree. All right, this next one. It's called The Lure.
The Lure? Like a fishing lure?
I'm assuming.
Okay, let's hear it.
So as with any site where folks communicate in a fairly anonymous fashion, oh boy, here we go. There's always the chance that some people will deceive others for their own twisted ends.
OnlyFans, Pornhub,
Facebook,
Christian singles. Oh, did I go too far on that one?
Enter one Sherman Go. Sherman Go.
Sherman what?
Who Go. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's NGO, so no or no or
No.
go or
Yeah, most likely no.
Well, he apparently posed as a woman online to attract the attention of young boys.
Oh, AOL chat rooms. Gotcha.
Yes. After finding explicit messages in her son's email,
ASL,
the mother of one of those boys notified police, leading to No's arrest. He's believed to have contacted multiple targets, so even more victims maybe have taken to his home.
What's your digits? ASL.
Right. I was just going to say ASL. Oh, God, the title of this next one scares me, Sully.
Oh. Well, apparently a Reddit user managed to procure a bicycle off of Craigslist and met with the intended seller in a grocery store parking lot. That right there is red flag, okay? I'm just putting it out there.
They actually told you, when you buy something from somebody, try to have the exchange done in a public place.
Sure.
Where there's a lot of people around for safety reasons.
Sure, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. However, according to this, it apparently went without a hitch, since there was no mention that he or she didn't end up with the bike in the end. However, there was one little snag during the transaction. The seller had his flaccid penis. That's right. You heard me correctly. Hanging out the entire time. Yep. JT, the look on your face right now says it all, my friend. Says it all. Yep.
The only other thing that I could think was, well, apparently he wasn't attracted to him.
What's this next one?
Called the graphing calculator.
Ooh. I hate
We know
those.
you can do some handy things with a graphing calculator, Sully.
It's true, you can.
But this one takes the cake.
I used to spell boobies on it.
Yep, me too. I used to put two of them together and have a pair.
Yep.
Another Reddit user explains how a friend went to sell his graphing calculator to a buyer.
All right.
After meeting up inside his car.
Oh, God.
Stupid right there. The buyer insisted on trying it out.
Yeah, he
Seemingly
did.
giggity, giggity, whoa.
Old rat.
Seemingly satisfied, he handed it back to the seller, except he had spelled out the words, "You are kidnapped," on the screen. And then he locked the doors. Luckily, it was all a sick joke.
Well,
he
clearly.
just let the seller go with a warning to be more careful in the future.
You know, there was a time. And, stop me if you heard this one. But wasn't there a time where we shouldn't meet up with people online?
Not by yourself, and you certainly don't climb in their car with them.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we order everything online and we go with Uber and Lyft and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Rent people's houses, rent people's cars.
My, how the world has changed, especially with the trade. Yes, the trade. And I love how this starts. There's some pretty awful people out there. You think?
It's a true statement.
But I do like the next sign. Unfortunately, some of those people end up having children. Yes.
Yeah.
User was 6 months pregnant, reportedly made a post offering to sell her unborn child. I think we might have actually covered this once before.
Might have, yeah.
The payment could be made in either the form of drugs or cash.
Oh, God.
Buckle up. here comes the prejudice. To add to it, she promised that the child would be white. So she would only be accepting, quote, serious offers.
Wow. Well, the last line gets even worse.
Well, the fact of the matter is that even though that posting may have kind of been a prank, New Yorker Paul Marquez attempted to sell his 2-month-old belonging to a woman he was dating on Craigslist for $100.
Not even his own kid.
Life imitating art.
No, that would be life imitating fantasy.
Also true.
Kind of like a sex fantasy.
Bow chicka bow wow. Okay. Wait a minute.
Well, you might not say that after you hear the very first line, which is...
I was about to say, is it adult oriented?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far into the article yet.
Let's do it.
But the first line of this is, this one is all kinds of messed up.
Okay.
But could have ended even worse. Yeah.
God help us.
Reports indicate that a husband made a post on Craigslist asking if anyone was willing to sexually assault his wife, allegedly, so she could live out a rape fantasy.
Dude, just watch a porno and do it. Again, we don't condone rape or anything like this on the show.
Oh, no, definitely not. He found a willing party who soon discovered the wife knew nothing about this. When she pulled a gun, he fled.
Yeah. Baby, what are you doing?
Oh, wait, it gets worse. Amazingly, the husband persisted and enlisted yet another assailant.
Oh, God help us.
Again, the wife pulled her gun, keeping the would-be rapist at bay until police arrived. Soon, both the predator and the husband were under arrest, and we're guessing that this one ended in divorce.
Yeah, you know what? I think so.
I would have to go along with that, too.
And I also think that this would be more of the judge just went, no, you're divorced. Done. We're not even going to bother with this.
She gets everything. You get nothing except jail time.
No. Hold on. I've got the audio from that. Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I do. And it's going to be a good one. I promise. When it loads up correctly. I want to make sure I'm not muted.
There, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I couldn't hear it, so I guess everybody else had to laugh. That was good, though.
Everybody else heard it. It was good.
I'm sure it was. What's next?
Well, this next one, it's just getting better and better. But this is actually something that is true. The Craigslist killer. Now,
no. That's mine.
That's yours? Did I skip one?
Yes, yours is number 3.
I did skip one. I'm sorry. You're gonna. Yeah, I apologize. Look at that. I screw up. We're only human, folks.
Live TV for you, folks.
Only human. The Sting. Probably just as bad. Because the number of Craigslist users that seem to have a fascination with the intended abuse of children.
Yeah.
No, people. No.
Bad
Just
boy.
No.
Naughty.
There was a case of Anthony Brinkman where the Missouri father posted an ad seeking someone to beat and rape his 11-year-old daughter while he watched. He did end up finding someone willing to do the deed and even arranged a rendezvous point. Fortunately, it turned out he'd been caught, and the person he was meeting with was an undercover police officer. Brinkman was arrested and convicted and sentenced to 12 years in prison.
He was a nice judge because I'd have given him life.
That's Father of the Year material right there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, in Murphy's Law, maybe.
That's a.
But yeah, she
better not drop the soap because Bubba's coming to get you.
Right. Yeah, won't make it very long in there. But you mentioned the Craigslist killer.
I did.
One of the most disturbing Craigslist stories focused on 19-year-old Miranda Barber, who lured a 42-year-old man to his doom.
Yeah.
Her Craigslist ad promised sex for cash. But it was a setup.
No.
Once the victim was procured, Miranda repeatedly stabbed the man to death while her husband strangled him. But it doesn't stop there. After her arrest, Barber confessed that it hadn't been her first killing.
Nope.
She claimed that she'd murdered at least 22 people, all in the name of a satanic cult. However, police have found no evidence to back up her claims, at least not yet. Now, before we reveal the number one, here's an honorable mention. My roommate, the Diamond Thief.
Oh, the Diamond Thief. I remember that one.
I do too. So you get the number one story, sir.
I remember the Diamond Thief. Yikes. All right. Well, the last one is I love you. Aw.
3 scariest words in human history.
I love you. Aw. Giving the hearts. Giving the hearts. Want to say hi to Allie, who just joined via TikTok. We're doing the top 10 Craigslist situations.
Horror stories.
That were very, very bad. Very, very bad. Mother-to-be named Michelle Wilkins answered an ad on Craigslist. Makes sense. Thinking she'd just be buying cheap maternity clothes, she meets the seller, Daniel Lane. Starts chatting it up and with her at Lane's house, and Ms. Wilkins was brutally attacked. During the struggle, she allegedly called out, "I love you," in a desperate plea to make her assailant stop. However, her attacker ended up cutting her unborn child from her womb. No bueno. That is sick and sadistic. After she called 911, Ms. Wilkins was rushed to a hospital and survived. The psychopath who stole her child was at the same hospital, carrying the baby in her arms and claiming to have had a miscarriage. That person was found guilty and sentenced to 100 years in prison. See, I don't agree with that. I mean, I do, but I don't. That should have been instant death penalty.
Agreed. But it's better than the 12 years that the one guy got.
Very true.
So.
Very true. Now, I think the baby did survive. I have to double check.
They didn't say anything about that.
because I'm pretty sure. But I gotta check. Because I don't remember. I'm pretty sure the baby survived. Tank, you're up.
Right. Big Tank, can you find out for us?
Save us.
Meanwhile, we got to do this.
Wait, what are we doing first? I don't think we have enough time to do everything. Let's see. Yeah, we can knock it out of the park. Let's do it. It's time.
Got to rip through them.
That's right. It's time for I Can't Believe I Read That, where we take 5 news articles from the good old interwebs and, well, we bring them to your attention because you need to know about them. We've already done some sick and twisted stuff, so why not do some fun stuff, right? We're going to start with this one. If you have an article or a video where you say to yourself, you know, I can't believe I just read that, or, you know, what did I read, or what did I see? Send it to us. We've got a Discord channel that says, I can't believe I read that on it. Click on it, post the link, we'll use it for the show. Anyone can participate. Mostly because we want to help Nakaya out. And that way all she's got to do is drag and drop. Just
Make
saying.
things not so hard on her.
Yeah, it makes it a little easier. So by all means, help her. Be a part of the show. We'll give credit where credit is due. This first one takes place in London.
Ooh.
Back in 2018.
Nice.
Where a parrot, yes, you heard me right, a parrot tells a firefighter, gonna mark it down now, to fuck off. after the parrot is stuck on a roof. Big Tank says, what do you want me to do? Look up the information pertaining to Michelle Wilkinson, where she was a victim from a Craigslist ad, and her baby was cut out from her body. We want to see if the baby survived. That's what we want to know. So if you can help and look that up, that'd be great. So back to this funny story of a parrot telling a firefighter to fuck off and getting stuck on a roof. No, I'm not going to take that away because I'm just rereading it. Oh boy. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Jesse, a turquoise and yellow macaw, spent 3 days on the roof of a house in Edmonton, North London. The fire brigade, the fire brigade, clip that, was eventually called to help with the rescue after RSPCA and her owner were unable to coax her to come down, or coax her to come down. See, fucking goddamn it. Damn it. Shit. There's another clip for you. There's 2 in a row. I'll just use 23 now. However, the bird had a wonderful potty mouth and just kept swearing at the rescuers. And even the firefighters were saying, I love you. I love you. Just to try and get the bird down. After she was finished hurling expletives, it became clear Jessie wasn't injured after all. She simply flew off onto another roof, a tree, and then towards her own home. Oh my God. Where's this next one?
Oh, we're going from London to our other favorite place in the world, to the lovely Wang of the United States.
Oh.
The Palm Coast of Sully. I'll let you say it.
Florida. Yeah. I like saying it.
Palm Coast, Florida. And this is from April 15th of 2025.
Oh, okay. So very recently.
A Popeyes employee is joining her friend in jail.
Aw.
After she allegedly stole a customer's credit card and sent money to a state prison inmate. Yeah. According to the Flagler County Sheriff's Office, a customer reported seeing an employee at Popeyes in Palm Coast tapping her credit card twice while in the drive-thru last month. Once for her order, and then again to a cell phone. The victim said later that day she found a $311.90 charge on her account. Detectives discovered that the Popeyes employee, identified as 48-year-old Shaniqua Richburg.
Oh, Shaniqua.
Used the victim's money to make a commissary payment to an inmate at Appalachia Correctional Institution, which is a state prison for men in Sneeds. Quote, this woman thought she could get away with stealing from a customer and giving money to a state prison inmate. But luckily for her, the customer was paying attention and noticed the fraudulent charge. So now Miss Shaniqua gets to join her friend in jail. Richburg was arrested at Popeyes for charges including fraudulent use of a personal ID information, fraudulent use of a credit card, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. She was taken to jail and later released on a $7,500 bond. WFLA.com has reached out to the state prison for information on the inmate and funds that were sent, but haven't gotten anything back yet.
Leroy, you were just stupid as hell.
See, they did that pickle menu, and people just went stupid.
God damn it, Leroy.
Dumb shits.
Agreed.
But this is why we have a great show. Big Tank looked it up. The baby did not survive, unfortunately.
Well,
that's sad. Sad.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Where are we going next?
Well, next, going to Kenya.
Wow. That's a first. Well, I don't know. Maybe the boiled tampons was from there.
Well, this one's interesting because Belgian teens were arrested with 5,000 smuggled ants. Now you're probably saying to yourself, did he say pants? And I'm going to say no. I said ants.
Up the P.
As in, not your aunt and uncle. No.
As in the movie.
As in ants. Actual ants.
Little creepy crawly, six-legged critters with little antennas sticking out.
Yeah, you can't miss them. There they are, right there.
Ooh, damn.
Not only were they 5,000 smuggled ants, Kenya warns of changing trafficking trends. Apparently, insects are now the new trend to smuggle. With this one. Yep. The two Belgian teens were charged Tuesday with wildlife piracy.
Piracy?
Yes, piracy. After they were found with thousands of ants packed in test tubes in what Kenyan authorities said was part of a trend in trafficking smaller and lesser known species. Lornroy David and Sepe Lodwijic, yes, I said it right, 19 years old, were arrested on April 5th with 5,000 ants at a guest house. Allow me to show you the boys. Because, yeah. This is a mom will be so proud moment. At least in my opinion.
I'm just so proud. Look at this picture of my son.
There they are. They're the boys right there. Apparently, Kenya has in the past fought against the trafficking of body parts of larger species of wild animals, such as elephants, rhinos, and pangolins, among others. But the cases against the 4 men represent a shift in trafficking trends. Now it's bugs, people. Now it's bugs. Who cares about an arm or a leg or a tusk or a trunk or anything like that? Ants. Because why not?
Why not?
Ants.
Yeah.
Pangolin. Pangolins. 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 Not penguins. Not pangolin.
Not the cute little creatures in Happy Feet.
Pangolins. He said, oh.
I have to wonder what story Nikaya. I have to wonder what story Nikaya said this about. I had to read this one twice to make sure I read it right the first time.
Yeah, I could see that. I can see that.
I found this one and sent it to Nikaya and said, please put this on the prep sheet somewhere because it's a freaking awesome story out of Louisiana.
Oh, boy.
Sadly, it doesn't have the videos that oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Does it?
About halfway down the article, Sully.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah, I did a TikTok on this.
Cutthroat cowboys busted after a viral video catches them riding emotional support horses.
Bullshit.
Through Walmart.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
I think I'm gonna read through while you play the video, Sully.
Yeah.
4 men who dubbed themselves the Cutthroat Cowboys were saddled with charges after a viral video captured the young troublemakers riding their emotional support horses through a Louisiana Walmart.
I see what you did there.
You like that? People were on the hunt for the hooligans after wild footage showed the group on horseback trotting past the cashiers and down the aisles of the big box store in Baker Tuesday night as stunned shoppers and employees watched on.
And here it is.
One woman, oh, hell no. Another person said, what the fuck?
They're just trotting along.
Right?
Trotting along right there.
What appeared to be a Walmart employee laughed and then suggested the police be notified, adding the 4 horsemen were going to scare the shit out of somebody. 2 of the riders, Mason Webb, 18, and a juvenile offender, turned themselves into police after warrants were issued for their arrest. Brendan Bridgewater, 24, and Patrick DeRozan, 22, surrendered to authorities Friday morning.
Authorities,
yes. You like the way I slid into that?
I did. Want to say hi to Sav, who just joined in on TikTok, and Meg says, I love this one.
After his arrest, Webb told WBRZ2 that his quote-unquote Cutthroat Cowboys squad had no real reason for entering the chain store on horseback other than it being something fun to do. It was fun. We were famous. That's all. What you got next, Sully?
Oh, well, this next one. Whew. You know, sometimes I think to myself, maybe we've heard it all. And then there are other times, nope. It just knocks it out of the park.
That's at least once a show.
Yeah. We're going to Idaho. No, I'm not Idaho. We're going to Idaho. Underwear stealing burglar rearranged stalking victim's home during heist.
You know, we need to arrange this place so it's more zen.
Right? Because why not?
Right?
Why not? There is video as well. And it's, mostly from a Ring camera. And Meg says, wait, what? Yes, you heard me. Underwear stealing burglar rearranged stalking victim's home during heist.
Well, just those 3 words are epic in itself.
Mr. Mess says, underwear gnomes, step 1, steal underpants. 2, question mark. 3, profit.
You forgot 4, big sniff.
No, there's no 4. Well, let's take a look at the Ring video here. Because, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know if there's actual... Oh, yeah, there is audio. So here's gentleman walking up. Residents were out of town at the time. You can see sprinklers going on. And look, there he is. He's, not really hiding his face very well.
Nice and casual.
And boom! Breaks into the house. A lot of cameras in this house. Oh, look, a dog outside. I was kind of hoping they would show more of the rearranging thing. And the dog is all nice and friendly. Look at that. What a way to be a guard dog.
Yeah, you're fired.
Yeah, fired big time. I'd be firing that dog real quick. So clearly, obviously, they caught him on camera, which is nice. I was kind of hoping they would show more. But the armed and dangerous transient thief had been breaking into homes of women he was stalking and even took the time to rearrange one of his victims' furniture. Jacob Smart, 38, named Thursday as the man they had been hunting over the last several months for carrying out a string of burglaries in Boise, Idaho. The looter was caught on multiple surveillance videos that you just saw, nonchalantly walking into his victims' properties, one time feeling comfortable enough to pet the homeowner's dog as it followed him around the yard, which means he's been there numerous times. Oh, yeah. Once inside the victims' homes, Smart allegedly nabbed their underwear, debit and credit cards, weapons, and more. In at least one instance, Smart did some redecorating, according to the police. One burglary, the suspect moved personal items around in the home. In another one, the suspect entered the home while the victims were asleep, stole house keys, and was then seen on surveillance video, later attempting to re-enter the house, but the victims had already changed the locks.
Good on them.
Smart is still on the lam and is aware of the $500,000 nationwide extraditable warrant that has been put out on him. Yeah. He's on the loose, folks. He's on the loose.
Right. And I was corrected by Nikaya and Big Take. He was rearranging the feng shui.
Oh, yes, the feng shui. Yes.
Yes.
Meg says, OCD robber? What?
His OCD took control. He had to fix it.
Yeah, you had to go over here in the corner. It just didn't make sense. That, my friends, is this week's I Can't Believe I Read That. If you have an article or video where you say to yourself, man, I can't believe I just read that or watched that, send it on over to us. Put it in our Discord channel of I Can't Believe I Read That, and we'll use it for the show, and obviously give credit where credit is due. And now it is time for this.
You people are
are idiots. Welcome back, dumbass. Dumbass. Got anything for that, dumbass? Well, April Fool, dumbass.
It's time for the Dumbass of the Week.
Dumbasses. Dumbass. You dumbasses? 300 million sperm. That's the one that got through.
Ah, yes, it is now time for the Dumbass of the Week, where we take all those wonderful people from the good old interwebs and we bring that one special person to the forefront. Yes, the Dumbass of the Week. If you have a contender where you read the article or see the video and you say, you know, that person's a complete and total dumbass, send it on over to us. accidentalpunch@gmail.com with Dumbass of the Week in the subject line. Post the link, tell us who you are, and we'll use it for the show and give credit where credit is due. If you don't want to do that and you're in our Discord channel, you can post it in our Dumbass of the Week Discord channel. Real simple, real easy. This week, we're going to St. Louis. Yeah. St.
Home of the
Louis.
Baseball Hall of Fame.
St. Louis, where 4 people, including a former U.S. Postal Service employee,
oh boy,
have pleaded guilty to federal charges. Now you're probably saying to yourself, but Sully, what are those federal charges? Stealing checks from a St. Louis area mail. Yep. Not only were these 4 individuals pleading guilty to conspiracy to steal checks, but commit bank fraud as well. This apparently was going on since January 2022 all the way up to September 2023 to steal checks from the mail and alter the checks to defraud the banks. Jonathan Barnett, 29. Winter Hinton, 29. Ryan McKinney, 24. And Jaden Burklow, 21. 3 of which are from Missouri. 1 is from Illinois. O'Fallon, Illinois. O'Fallon, Illinois. Where they all, well, according to the plea agreement, Barnett bought a key to the U.S. Postal Service collection boxes and bought it from Winter Hinton, who is a Postal Service mail carrier.
Was.
Yes, well, at the time he was, yes. After that, Barnett and 2 others reportedly used that key to open up collection boxes in St. Louis County and steal the mail. Hinton also stole checks from the mail while on her postal route. You know, these people are going to make Kevin Costner mad. He did not make that movie The Postman for no reason, okay? Deliver the mail like you're supposed to, you dumb shits.
Right.
They all admitted trying to commit at least $800,000 worth of fraud through the scheme. Barnett tried to flee, and when he did, he tried to flee through a window with an AR-15 style rifle with a high-capacity drum magazine loaded with 76 rounds. 4 other firearms were found in his home, as well as check-making equipment. This is why some people should never procreate. That's why we can't have nice things, folks. Assholes like them.
Yeah, one of them, Barnett, actually, was sentenced Tuesday.
Yep.
6 years, 8 months in federal prison and pay $44,000 in restitution.
That's a lot of money. That in some cases, not all, but in some cases, that is someone's yearly salary.
That's probably more than some people's yearly salary.
Yeah. Oh, but you got to do it in jail. Good luck.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Good luck. The others, however, are, let's see, they pled guilty on Wednesday of last week, and Hinton pled guilty to unlawful use of a mail key, and McKinney pled guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to commit bank fraud and 1 count of possession of stolen mail. They are scheduled to be sentenced this July. Good luck, folks. I feel dumber already. Which really shouldn't. But god damn it, some people are just so freaking stupid.
And we prove it again and again and again every week.
Every week. Want to say hi to Death Adder. He says, "Heyo," and I say, "Heyo to you too, sir."
Heyo.
Heyo. Heyo. That, my friends, is this week's Dumbass of the Week. If you have a contender, make sure you send it on over to us to accidentalpunch@gmail.com, or you can post it in our Dumbass of the Week Discord channel. We got to get out of here. I don't want to. We're having too much fun, but we got to. So, if that's the case, JT, my friend, it's all yours. Go for it.
All right, you can follow me, JT, in a couple of different places. For the music that Sully talked about at the beginning of the show, you can follow me on Facebook. Just do a search for the JT Hollis fan page. For the woodworking on Facebook, do a search for Veteran Garden Deco, or you can check us out on the interwebs at vgdshop.com.
That's right. You can follow me on all of the social media networks that are out there. TikTok, Facebook, X, Kick, DLive, YouTube. By all means, click the follow, subscribe, share the link every single week. Especially on TikTok, because we're trying to build a wonderful community over there, as well as continue to build on Twitch and Kick and YouTube. So make sure you stick around for a raid for Twitch. For those on TikTok, I'll give you a little extra time afterward, but that's usually how it runs. Next week, we will be live Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, where we're going to be talking about episodes 1, 2, and 3 of Andor. That's right, 2 Ewoks in the Park is back, folks. 2 Ewoks in the Park is back, and it's going to be crazy because we're doing the last season of Andor, 3 episodes a night. It's going to be great. We'll be back next week at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you guys later. Have a great week. Stick around for a raid.
See you guys. I'm getting him.
You're listening to The Sully Show. They got the mustard.
Screw you. They went from, hey, let's get rich quick to, holy shit, 3 hots and a cot.
That was a good one. 3 hots and a cot. That was a great one. That was good. I applaud you. I applaud you, sir.
I come up with them every now and then.
I applaud you. That was a good one. All right, folks, we are going to do a raid. So for those that and you made Megan laugh too with that one.
Nice.
Yeah, just so you know, you made her laugh. That was a good one. All right, let's see. Who are we going to raid tonight? Our buddy Little Percent's on.
Nice.
We're going to go say hi to her. She's my buddy. What is she playing today? She is playing the Elder Scrolls. She's still playing those, which is awesome, by the way. And Megan, thank you for getting us over 6,000 likes. I do appreciate it. I do. Yeah, she kicks ass. That's what she does. She kicks ass. She's amazing.
The crazy thing is, once she finally sees me, it's going to scare the crap out of her. She's going to run away.
Then it would be an adult-oriented TikTok. Because they don't
one girl
like
in the cup
smoking. They don't like smoking at all. It's what they don't like. So we are going to do a raid. We're going to raid Little Percent. She's playing the Elder Scrolls. She's a good friend of mine. We haven't had her on the show yet, but we do got to get her on. I do have to work it out, but you know, she's all the way on the West Coast. We're all the way here on the East Coast. Timing is a little hard sometimes. Megan says, and she is amazing, by the way.
I believe it.
Horn toot. Toot toot. She's gonna kick my ass for that one. I'll accept it. I'll accept it. All right. The raid's going to happen very shortly. Again, thank you all for tuning in. We'll be live next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern talking about Andor Season 2, Episodes 1, 2, and 3. And then we will also be live for the Sully Show at 8 p.m. Eastern Time next Tuesday. So, tell your friends. If everybody shares the link, at least to one person, we'll double our viewership instantly, which is great. Tell your friends, share the love. We'll see you guys next time. The raid begins right now.
Have a good night, people. Yes.
And the raid starts now. Good night. Do 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 do. Let's see how well she goes.
I will BRB.